What's up, YouTube? It's been a few days. I am back on the bike, and let's go ahead and do the intro. Today is Friday, May 17th, 2024, 6:15 p.m. And let's go ahead and stop at this stop sign real quick. But yeah, so first video in a week, actually. I'm riding on Friday, but I'm gonna publish this tomorrow. So yeah, first video in a week. Been a pretty busy week, actually. You know what, let's just go right through here. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week. So on Monday, after I got off work, I did want to get a video in, but there's a friend of mine, her son is probably 12, 13, and he's really into scooters, and he's starting to get into e-bikes. I had actually planned on selling the Eahora X7. If you go back and watch my videos, it was the $400 e-bike I bought January 1st. I actually was going to sell that to her for him for his birthday, but it just didn't go through or didn't work out or whatever. But he's texting me a few times and stuff, and I was kind of curious about e-bikes, and I told him that one of these days when the weather was good and we had time, I'd let him ride the Vitolin one right here, just because he's 12 years old, and the Vitolin is probably the easiest to ride. It's got the easiest step through and not quite as bad. So Monday after work, he stopped by and we went and rode the trail a little bit. So he did really good. He had never been on an e-bike, and he had some problems at first, just kind of, learning how to get on it and stuff like that. But once he got on it and we rode a little bit, it was second nature. But I don't think that even has anything to do really with his age or anything. I just think it's with anyone that first time on an e-bike, you got to get used to the pedal assist, you got to get used to the different tires. So yeah, he did really good. We rode probably 6 or 7 miles, rode on the trail a few times, and he really enjoyed it and did really good. So it's pretty cool. I told him if he ever wants to ride again, just let me know. I've got 4 e-bikes. 9 times out of 10, it's just me riding them. I've gone out with some friends before and not recorded it, but they're just sitting there. So yeah, glad someone else can get to ride it. And he had just gotten a second scooter. He was telling me he just bought a second scooter, so he might be out of the e-bike game for a little bit, but you never know. Maybe next birthday or Christmas or something like that. But today I'm on the Eahora X7. On the previous video, last Saturday, I was also on the Eahora X7, just because I hadn't really ridden it for a while. So this week, Monday, I took the Eahora with him. Tuesday, I didn't get a ride in Tuesday at all. And then Wednesday and Thursday, my niece, 10-year-old niece, decided she wanted to play softball this year. So I'm pretty sure up until about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, she didn't even know anything about softball, but she decided she wanted to play it. And we can probably talk about the whole video. I could talk about that, but she's 10 years old. She's never played this sport in her life. And the way my town softball league works is, because of her age, she could have either been in the lower group and been one of the oldest kids in the lower level, which I believe is where the parents pitch, or she could be bumped up to the next level, which is 4th grade through 7th grade, which to me that's insane, because there's such a big difference between 4th grade kids and 7th grade girls, but it is what it is. So because she's older in her class, even though she is super small, never played softball, never played a sport, did not know any rules, she is now in the league with the 4th and 7th graders. So yeah, it kind of, you can take away from that what you will. She's learning though, and it's nice to see that she seems to be having fun. She knew nothing about softball a month ago, and I applaud that she's sticking with it, and hopefully she sticks with it the whole year. And if she keeps with it next year, she'll be a year older, and then she keeps with it the next year, she'll be a 6th grader, she'll be one of the older girls. So it's just kind of that beginning phase. I wish they would have kept her in the lower league I think she's got more friends in the lower league, and I think it would have been better for her development to learn the game as being one of the old kids and having a parent pitch to where she could hit it. Because I'm going to tell you what, some of these girls that were pitching, for 6th and 7th grade girls, they got some heat. My niece just looks so small when she's up there. It just, I don't know. She needs to learn to swing though. She kind of just stands up there, and you know, the girls are young, so they don't have the best strike zone. So sometimes she just stands up there and either she'll strike out, or most of the time she just doesn't swing and she gets a walk, but she enjoys it, and that's all that matters. So that was what I did. What did I say? Today's Friday. That's what I did Wednesday and Thursday yesterday. And it's also been kind of like rainy the last few days, where it's either rained in the morning and then kind of cleared up a little bit during the afternoon, or like last night it started to rain during her game, so can't really get out when it's raining. But look at the beautiful weather today. We do not have to worry about that. Got some clouds, some gray, some gray clouds. It was a little bit rainier today, but it's nice out. Probably high 70s. It might even reach 80, but yeah. I'm telling you, it's these blue skies. Once you get on an e-bike and you see these blue skies, it's just like an invitation to rock and roll. By rock and roll, I mean get on an e-bike, if that's your definition of rock and roll. I've been riding this X7 for about a week, so your body gets used to the reach and it gets used to the comfortable position with this. So I can, besides swallowing a bug that I just did, I'm pretty much guaranteed that this weekend I'll probably ride. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend coming up as well. I don't know if you guys have anything planned. I know next weekend, I think, is Memorial Day weekend. And where I live is the Indy 500. And a day off of work that Monday. So get a little bit of exciting news, for me at least today. So I've talked about in some of my videos, you can probably see, I think there's still a few videos left. Eventually, I'm gonna take all my gaming videos that I did during the winter time. I'm gonna put them on my second channel. So I have a second channel. It's called Stonebraker Creates Stuff, and I'll go ahead and put it right here. And that channel was purely made to post a video that I made in January. I made a little 45-minute documentary on the history of my hometown. I have a family member, my aunt, who is really big into genealogy, stuff like that. So she had published a couple books kind of detailing the history of my town and some of the historical figures, and like not necessarily historical in the national, but in the local area, like sheriff that was sheriff for 30 years and stuff like that. So I basically just kind of took her book and I just kind of put it into a video format. Paid a little money, like $10 for some AI voices to narrate it, and found some old pictures and found some old videos and stuff. And I don't know what this stuff is on the road, these little, I don't know if it's little flowers or something, but anyways, yeah. But yeah, I made that channel just to post that video. I don't have anything else on there. I think now that I've got that second channel and it's been a few months since I posted that video, eventually I'm gonna move all my gaming content. But I'm a gamer. I'm probably, if I had to classify myself as what type of gaming I like, I would probably say sports. I'm a big NCAA football fan. EA Sports has made an NCAA football game for years and years. And then in 2013, they made their last video game. It was the whole issue with having to pay the college athletes money and stuff like that. And before I ramble on, let me get my Strava. I really need to do this every time because I like keeping track of my rides. Okay, there we go. But with the changes recently in the NCAA where the athletes can get endorsement deals with the NIL, like 3 years ago, it was announced that they were going to make another college football game. So this has literally been 3.5 years ago since they first announced it. And it was supposed to come out last summer, I think June or July. And then nobody heard anything about the game, and then eventually something came out saying the game got delayed till 2024. Well, here we are, 2024. We're getting pretty close to June, and today, actually, about 11 a.m., they dropped a trailer for the game and they dropped some details. So NCAA, no, let me rephrase that. It's got a new name. EA Sports Football 25, coming out July 19th. So if you happen to be a fan of football, maybe you're an old school video game fan, go to YouTube and check out the trailer. Looks amazing. And I don't know if I can survive these next 2 months while we wait for it. I guess I'll have to. Hi. Yeah, so that officially dropped today, and a lot of cool details about how many teams and how many players are going to be in the game. And yeah, so super excited. You know, my gaming experiences lately, I haven't really played much, I'll be honest with you. I haven't done a whole lot of gaming. It's that time of year where there's not a whole lot of stuff that interests me to play. But knowing that, you know, in 2 months, it's on. It is on like Donkey Kong, as the kids say. So that's got me pretty excited. In fact, probably when I'm done with this ride, I'm gonna go back and rewatch the trailer, try to look for small things that I missed, little details that most people don't care about, but I look for them just because I enjoy the game so much. But now that I have completely outed myself as a complete geek and a nerd, if I've not already done that, we're gonna go ahead and ride up here a little bit. You know, I've seen a lot of people on forums and stuff kind of not talk badly about these bikes, the Eahoras, but it seems like a lot of people have had issues with them, and you know, knock on handlebar. I've not had any issues yet, but also, even though I've had this since September, I've only put 168 miles on it, so I've not put a whole lot of miles. And I actually think at this point I'm pretty close miles to, I think, all my bikes. I've done a pretty good job at dividing them out a little bit and trying to ride each one a little bit and not just fully riding one. Now this one, up until a week ago, I think I had 120 miles on it. So I've put almost 50 miles on it in the week that I've been riding it again. But I still think 168, I still think it's a little bit less than the other ones I have. And I'm sure by the time I'm done though, they'll all be around 200, which is nice, you know. It kind of shows that I'm not just buying these bikes just to buy them and only riding one, and the others are just sitting there where I feel like I wasted my money. Getting a pretty good use out of them, and I'm not, you know, racking up the miles on one bike. So we're headed up to the main road here, one of the 15,000 stop signs this town has. Like up here, they added one, and there's actually talk of adding another one. You know what, we're getting close to the square up here. I think there's a band or something going on here. It might be Metallica. You know what, let's take a right here. Let's kind of explore this little area here with the band. All right, looks like a nice little crowd there gathering. I was wrong. I guess I assumed Metallica had nothing better to do than to stop by Indiana on a beautiful Friday evening and play for a bunch of older people, because that's what it looked like. Let's be honest, it was mostly elderly people in a town of about 2,500. So Metallica, I was giving you too much credit. You know, I don't know if I'm allowed to ride on sidewalks. I don't think you are in Indiana, but you know, hey, you only live once. Let's not get ran over here crossing the road. While I've been riding, it is an absolute gorgeous day. So if you guys got an e-bike and you have any free time and you have weather even somewhat close to what I'm enjoying here in my area, my neck of the woods, definitely get out on your e-bikes. Enjoy it. Be careful though. I don't know if if I lived in a big town or a big city, I know usually the roads and stuff have little areas for bikes and crap, but I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much. I think living in a small town and having this trail and just kind of go on any road and not have to worry about getting ran over by some retired 70-year-old neurosurgeon named Dr. Smith that's got a $150,000 car, that'll eat at your mind and it takes away from the enjoyment. This bike has the less ghost pedaling of any of my other bikes by far, and this is probably the fastest. It's got the most pep. It's got the most Newton meters? I can't remember what it is, and I think this has the highest battery too, or motor. I'm not entirely for sure. I think it's 1200 watt. I don't know. When I'm editing, just tell me right there what it is. Actually, I'll just go back and watch my first video with it. But man, it's got pep. No ghost pedaling. This is one of these bikes where you can have a perfectly fine ride, just pedal assist 1. Like I've had it on 2 and gear 8, just because I wanted to go a little bit faster there, but man, you can't ask for much more. A beautiful day, beautiful bike, just everything is just beautiful. Right, YouTube? Isn't everything just beautiful? Isn't just things beautiful? I may not hit this tree and run myself over. But I'm very lucky to have this trail, and I'm also lucky that within an hour there's a few others. I'm definitely gonna hit them up, and we'll probably take the Eahora X7 on the way there. If you like this stuff, give me that big thumbs up. I'm gonna say something I've never said because I just now fully understand what it means, okay? Go ahead and click that bell so you get notified of splendid content like this. So go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe, click that bell, ring that bell like 15 times. Just keep hitting it. I don't care if it unsubscribes or whatever, just keep hitting it. And then be on the lookout for future videos. So I'm gonna post this one tomorrow, Saturday. I want to take my niece out tomorrow to hit some softballs and teach her some of the basics, like I said. But I don't have anything else really going on Saturday. So as long as the weather is nice, I'll get a ride in tomorrow. I may do some investigating tonight to see if I can find a little bit more information about some of the other trails near me. Probably won't be this weekend, but maybe next weekend, next Saturday, weather permitting. Everything is always weather permitting with me. Maybe we'll see if we can take it out there. Sunday, I'm gonna be riding with a buddy. I might record that, I might not. Again, I've kind of talked about that. It's a little awkward when you're riding with friends or a friend and you're having conversation with him and then you're trying to have a conversation with the camera. I think the best thing to do that would be to have no audio and then just do a voiceover. But guys, I'm getting barked at by a dog, so I appreciate you guys spending your time helping me waste my time. Just a nice, relaxing Friday evening ride. Enjoy the weekend.